Hi all, this is my second video about the siege of Chittorgarh fort. My first video was about the battle of Haldi Ghati. It was AI voice over narration, but this video I have decided to narrate on my own. So let's start. In the hearts of Rajputana stands a fort, majestic, defiant, and soaked in the centuries of sacrifice. Chittorgarh, a fortress that bore witness to three of the fiercest sieges in the Indian history. From Alauddin Khalji to Bahadur Shah to the great Mughal Emperor Akbar himself, every invading force left a scar, but never be bloodier than what has to come in 1568. This is not just a story about the siege, it is the story about the courage of fire and kingdom's final stand. When asked about my favorite siege battle, one answer comes to mind instantly: Chittorgarh. The fate of this fort wasn't decided once or even twice. It was tested 3 times in a brutal bloody assault that shook the very foundation of Mewar. The Chittorgarh fort has been seized 3 times. In 1303, Alauddin Khalji of Delhi Sultanate defeated King Ruthless of Mughal dynasty. In 1535, Bahadur Shah of Gujarat stormed the fort and defeated the Sasodiya ruler Uday Singh II. And finally, in 1565, the mighty Mughal Emperor Akbar laid siege to Chittorgarh, defeating the valiant Rao Jaimal of Malta. Each time, Rajputs chose death over dishonor. Each time they lit the fires of Jauhar, as women and children embraced flames and warriors marched to die. The geography and architecture of the fort. Chittorgarh wasn't just a fortress, it was a city in stone. It stood atop a 558 feet mountain, and it was having the length of 5 kilometers in the longest side and 1 kilometer in the center. The rock of the fort bent inwards to store waters to withstand a very long siege without any outside support. The only entrance to the fort was from the southeast front. This path, however, passed through 7 massive gates, each designed as a defensive choke point to slow and exhaust any invading force. Surrounding this massive hilltop complex were thick stone walls, rising up to 15 meters high and 4.5 meters thick in place. These ramparts followed the natural contour of the hill, creating a jagged but continuous line of defense that blended into the terrain. And intervals, bus stations and watchtowers allowed archers and gunners to fire down on the attackers while remaining protected. The hill itself sloped inwards, forming a natural basin that collected rainwater into the network of large tanks and reservoirs. In 1567, as Mughal Empire expanded under Akbar, his eyes turned to south, to Rajasthan, to the prized kingdom of Mewar. As the news of advancing Mughal army reached Chittorgarh, Rana Uday Singh II, the kingdom of Mewar at that time, chose to leave the fort, most likely to preserve the royal bloodline and to plan a long-term resistance. Chittorgarh, however, was not empty. It was defended by 8,000 warriors of the time and about 40,000 civilians. The garrison of 8,000 warriors, backed by 40,000 civilians, fortified the walls of Chittorgarh. They stocked the provisions, grains, water and weaponry, along with the musketeers, archers and artillery to defend the fort against the Mughal Empire. The people of Chittorgarh fort were not looking for the mercy of the Mughal king. The people of Chittorgarh had been preparing to make a stand. On October 21st, 1567, Akbar finally arrived at Chittorgarh fort. His camp stretched 10 miles northeast of the fort, which is marked by a 30-foot column known as Akbar's Lamb. The siege has begun.